What's going on, everyone? It's me, Marco from PhoneDog.com, and here we have the brand new HTC One M8 for 2014, and we're actually going to be talking about something really specific about the brand new phone, and it all focuses on this guy right over here. It's actually these two guys with two cameras on the back of the brand new HTC One M8. So the story behind the HTC One M8 and its two cameras kind of goes back to the HTC One. So basically, the camera that's bigger than the other one is actually the 4 ultra-pixel camera. Now, it's a completely brand new sensor from the original HTC One, so it's not the same sensor, but it still uses the same technology of having larger pixels, which means more light will come through, but also will mean the resolution will be a lot smaller than most of your cameras. So still not very good in details, but in low light, it's excellent. And then on top of that, you have a smaller camera, the same ultra-pixel camera, 4 ultra-pixels, but a smaller sensor, and it actually takes a different photo from what this camera does. So if you put those two together, this camera will take a photo, this camera will take a photo, and technically you'll have 2 focus fields of the photo. So that's where the camera lies in. So one camera will take one focus field, and the second camera will take the second focus field, and then in post-editing you can actually choose which field you want to focus. Now, having 2 cameras does sound really good to a lot of people, but there are a few compromises. Mainly, and biggest one of them all, is there is no OIS, which means you will have really shaky handycam from the HTC One. And why is that not there? Simply because the software isn't advanced enough to deal with 2 video fields to have a real optical image stabilization. So if you were going to have that, you would have to have 2 OIS basically servos on these 2 lenses, plus they would have to be in sync with each other, which is very, very hard, and not even very big expensive cinema cameras have OIS. Why? Because they just leave them to the lenses. So HTC just said, let's not put it in there, and this phone does not have OIS. Now, it does have digital OIS, which is sort of like the iPhone 5S. It's there, it kind of helps, not that much. It's not going to make that big of a difference between no OIS and digital OIS. It's almost going to look exactly the same, if not make it look a little bit more distorted. So to really see how this focus game really works with the HTC One, I actually set up kind of like a demo reel behind me of a few product boxes, and this will kind of demonstrate how the HTC One M8 can really work, and especially how the bokeh looks, because if it does it, sure, but let's see how it looks. That's more importantly, how the image will look final in the product. Does it look artificial? Does it look really good? Does it look professional? My guess is it's going to look kind of gimmicky, and you probably shouldn't use it every single time, even if you are a massive fan of bokeh, because I am a massive fan of bokeh. I love prime lenses, I love fast aperture lenses, and I love bokeh. So let's switch over to a new camera angle, kind of demonstrating how this HTC One M8 will work in that kind of setting, and we'll see how good this duo camera feature really is. Alright, so here we have a selection of products basically, and also my keyboard and my mouse, and then we have a Panasonic Lumix 12-35 lens box, the HTC One box, and then the iPhone 5S box in the corner. And then now we're just going to basically take a photo and see how this selective focus and this duo camera feature will work in a situation like this, where it's a little bit more complex because they are set at different distances between the HTC One and all these product boxes and the keyboard and the mouse. So let's take a photo. Alright, we'll let it focus in here. We just took one more because I think I might have put my finger on there. And now we can see that the photo right here, it's pretty clear. You know, everything is kind of in focus. You can kind of zoom in here. You can't perhaps read the small little text here, but I couldn't either. Alright, so here we have the photo, and it's all well in focus. So let's go ahead and go into the edit feature, and we'll select the U focus, which will actually let you do the unfocusing and focus whatever you want. So let's actually pick the Panasonic 12-35 box and see how well that focuses in there. So we touched it, and boom, there we go. Now, the effect that it does on the rest of the photo, and we'll actually put it up here right now, it doesn't look so good, actually. The bokeh is pretty artificial. I mean, it's out there, but the bokeh is really artificial. It kind of looks ugly. It actually gave the HTC One M8 box here on the left side some really ugly jagged lines, and that doesn't look very good at all. So let's pick a different point. Let's pick the iPhone right in the corner, And yeah, that basically just made everything look worse. So now the Panasonic 12 to 35 millimeter box basically looks like the text is melting down, and the box is horribly out of focus, and it doesn't look so natural. Let's click back onto the HTC M8, and it looks like that gives you the best result, really, if it's in the middle of the photo. Let's just actually do this little trick here, and we'll click the dock of my display here on my Mac, and it's not terrible. I mean, the dock is really well in focus. The HTC M8 looks like it's melting, plus it's very jaggedy. The Panasonic Lumix 12 to 35 looks like it's melting. The keyboard actually looks probably the best in terms of artificial bokeh. It doesn't look terrible, but it also doesn't look very good, so to speak. Let's just try one little corner here. We have my watch collection, or my little watch winder, and that's really well in focus, actually, and everything else looks melted. I guess now the best looking thing in the whole bokeh shot is actually the dock on the Mac. So it really feels like it's very selective of what it wants to focus on, especially which quadrant the actual focus point is on. So it's definitely a gimmicky type of thing. I won't say I want to use this every day. Perhaps it will give me better results outside. I tried it with a couple of trees, and it did look okay, but again, all the bokeh is artificially done. Perhaps just a tiny bit, like maybe 20% of it is actual real information coming off a camera. Most of this is artificial, so, you know, I guess I'll leave that up to you guys. I'll post the photos during the video as I'm talking. You guys already saw the photos and how they looked, so let me know what you think about the artificial bokeh and see if you guys would actually like to use something like this on a daily basis, or if you just want to use the camera for what it does as being a 4 ultrapixel camera in the dark, and also the 5 megapixel front-facing camera, which actually quite literally can take better photos than the back camera. So that's kind of funny. Anyway, so it's the HTC One. It's the duo camera demo. And my name is Marco Hanna from PhoneDog.com. Thanks for tuning in. Let us know what you think about this feature, if you guys would want to use this on a daily basis or not. And I will see you guys in the next video.